Is bigger always better when it comes to screen size? Let's get into it.
What the frick?
Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. Today we are doing a deep dive review into the 132-inch Nothing Projector Black Crystal Seamless Lenticular Screen. I've had this massive screen up in my media room for a few weeks now, and today I want to break down the technical specs, the pros, the cons, and talk about my crazy journey going from a 100-inch TV to a 120-inch ALR screen all the way up to this 132-inch massive display. And before we jump into it, full disclosure, Nothing Projector did provide this screen to the channel as a review unit. But as always, all the thoughts and opinions are entirely my own. And for this video, let's cut through all the fluff. Let's kick things off by talking about the technical specs of this screen. So this is a 132-inch seamless ultra short throw ALR, which means ambient light rejecting screen. The fact that it's completely pristine, single piece surface without any visible splicing or seams at 132 inches is a major engineering achievement for the home cinema market. It utilizes a 0.6 peak gain, which is specifically optimized for ultra short throw projection geometry. The lenticular microsurface is engineered to reject 95% of ceiling and overhead ambient light. It offers an ultra wide 170-degree viewing angle, meaning nobody gets stuck with a bad seat on movie night. And the whole thing is framed out by a minimalist 10mm lightweight aluminum alloy frame that is wrapped in premium black velvet to absorb any projector overshoot. So let's talk about the pros of this screen, because there's a lot to love here. The absolute biggest win and the biggest reason to have this screen is immersion. When you sit down in front of a 132-inch screen, depending on where you sit, obviously it can engulf your entire field of view. It pulls you into an experience the way that smaller displays simply cannot replicate. Secondly, it looks genuinely awesome during the day. The combination of this screen and the Epson Lifestyle Grand Studio Plus is a home run. Even with moderate ambient light hitting the room, the 95% light rejection goes to work, killing the washout effect and keeping the colors vivid and contrast surprisingly deep. And I've got a few screenshots to show you here of a movie playing right in the middle of the day. Let's talk about the cons, because it all isn't perfect. There are some real world cons that you need to be aware of. First is the mounting situation. Because of how UST geometry works, projecting a 132 image requires a decent distance from the wall and a very specific vertical offset. So what does this mean? It means that often you have to mount the screen fairly high on your wall. I'm actually still figuring this out myself and looking into lower profile options just to drop the projector and move the screen a little bit lower. Right now, as you can see, the screen is mounted pretty high to the ceiling, and I don't really like that look. I'd like to lower it. So in turn, I'm going to have to lower, obviously, the ultra short throw projector, and then I can lower the screen. I'm still looking at different options to figure that out. And the second con is pure physics. You're taking the exact same light engine from your projector and stretching it over a much larger surface. Because of that, the image is not as bright or punchy as it would be focused down on a 100 or 120-inch footprint. And that brings me to my personal journey. I went from a 100-inch TV to a 120-inch ALR screen all the way up to this. If you go to the Display Wars website and look at the visual comparison between those three, the jump in pure square footage is staggering. And I'm going to be brutally honest and say this flat out. The 100-inch TV looked much better than either projector screen. When it comes to pure black levels, brightness, and HDR punch, the TV wins. However, the immersion of the 132-inch screen won out for me. Size dictated the experience. Also, one thing that I didn't like about the TV is the reflections. The reflections were very bad. Even if there was a minimal light in the background, you could see it reflect off the screen. With the projector screen, it eliminates the reflection and gives you that cinema type look. So I'll just say it. In fact, if you're buying an ultra short throw projector and you have the wall space for it, I would tell you to skip the 100-inch, definitely skip the 100-inch, skip the 120-inch, and go straight to the 132-inch screen. And the argument here could be, well, why don't I go to 135 up to 150-inch? And you could, but it goes back to saying it before. This is one seamless screen at 132 inches, which looks fantastic. So I'm going to wrap it up with this. And this was a short video because the bottom line is I'm super happy with this screen. It hit above expectations. And I think for the price, it is a home run. In fact, I'm so happy with it. It's taken a permanent spot in my media room, or at least until they come out with a 116-inch OLED that I can actually afford. So let me know down in the comments, do you have an ultra short throw projector? Did you come from a TV? Or vice versa? Have you had a projector and gone back to a TV? Because I'll be brutally honest, when I did have the 120-inch ultra short throw projector, there were many times where I almost went back to the 100-inch TV. So once again, thank you so much for being here.